Hello, my name is Sonali. Welcome back to another episode of Around the World. We often hear that there is strength in unity, and no matter how challenging the circumstances, if we confront them as a group, victory can be easily achieved. This principle applies at the international level as well. In the global arena, various groups have been formed, each with different levels of responsibilities. One such group is NATO, that is, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which has become the center of discussions on a global level due to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. Amidst all this, former US President Donald Trump, who is campaigning for re-election, controversially stated that he would encourage Russia to attack NATO countries that failed to spend adequately on defense. In response, NATO asserted that there has been unprecedented growth in defense spending by several members in 2023. Additionally, NATO urged member countries to allocate a minimum of 2% of their national income for defense spending. While the United States spends approximately 3.5%, countries bordering Russia such as Poland and the Baltic states also spend more than 2% on their armed forces. However, countries like France, Germany, Italy, and Spain spent less than the targeted fund in 2023. In this context, questions arise about what is NATO? Why are some countries which are not traditionally inclined towards militarization inspired to join this military organization? Also, why is NATO membership relevant in the 21st century? Let's start the discussion and first understand what is this alliance NATO. Formed under the leadership of the United States in April 1949, NATO is based on the collective security principle. This means that an attack on any member country is considered an attack on all member countries. In other words, all member countries collectively respond to any attack against a member country. In this context, NATO played a significant role during the Cold War in preventing the geographical expansion of the Soviet Union, with considerable support from the United States. In reality, almost all NATO members were not only European but also member countries with close proximity to Russia. These countries served as a barrier for the United States, preventing Soviet Russia from extending its influence to their territories. However, it's important to note that the creation of military alliances was not exclusive to the United States and its allies. In this regard, the Soviet Union also formed a military alliance named the Warsaw Pact with its allies. Established in 1955, the Warsaw Pact disintegrated along with the disintegration of the Soviet Union in 1991. Meanwhile, NATO has not only remained in existence but has also expanded. As of the present, NATO has 31 members, including countries from Europe and North America, such as Britain, the United States, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Turkey. After the disintegration of the Soviet Union in 1991, several Eastern European countries joined NATO, including Albania, Bulgaria, Hungary, Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Romania, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. In May 2022, Sweden and Finland applied to join NATO after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, with Finland officially becoming a member in April 2023. Sweden's membership was delayed due to opposition from Turkey and Hungary. Turkey accused Sweden of providing shelter to Kurdish insurgents, while Hungary was upset that Sweden had accused it of undemocratic behavior. However, Hungary has now supported Sweden's NATO membership, and Sweden is expected to officially become a NATO member. Now let's move on to another question. It is often observed that when we discuss about Scandinavian countries, an image of people who believe in peace, social harmony, and a high standard of living comes to mind. In such a scenario, when countries advocating global peace are willing to join the military alliance NATO, why are they doing so? In the current era, Where global peace is considered a top priority, the expansion of any military organization should not even be a consideration, let alone its existence. However, according to experts, the idea of global peace is nothing more than a myth, and struggles among nations are the only truth. Regarding NATO, some argue that this organization is not merely for peace, but rather a tool for expansion of power by some dominant states. It is believed that NATO is not for peace, but rather a mechanism for certain powerful nations to extend their influence. It is noteworthy that the conflict between Ukraine and Russia has once again brought the realistic nature of nations onto the global stage, and the world is witnessing a division between two groups, much like the Cold War era. The only difference is that today's dominant countries wear the mask of democracy, and behind their support for Ukraine's sovereignty and freedom, they are showcasing their power. In reality, the conflict in Ukraine is also a result of NATO's expansion, where the United States and European countries want to make Ukraine a NATO member to extend their power and influence. However, Russia opposes this move, citing concerns about its regional dominance and border security. In fact, no nation can fully utilize its sovereignty by becoming a member of any military organization, because military organizations like NATO cannot be a symbol of freedom, equality, and democracy. In this context, examples of NATO member countries such as France, Germany, and Turkey can be cited, which do not completely agree with the American and British policies against Russia. However, due to the constraints of being part of the organization, they cannot fully implement their independent foreign policies. Additionally, being influenced by or opposing the expansion of military organizations like NATO can lead to the creation of other military alliances, escalating not only group rivalry between countries but can also increase conflict. Moreover, history has shown us that such military blocs have not only impacted contemporary societies but have also affected future generations. Therefore, on the global stage, countries should respect each other's sovereignty rather than engaging in military bloc rivalries. Now it's the turn of Sunday special episode of this program, in which we will talk about other important international news. The fifth edition of the joint military exercise Dharma Guardian between the Indian Army and the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force commenced in Rajasthan. Dharma Guardian is an annual exercise conducted alternatively in India and Japan. In this exercise, 40 soldiers from each side participate. The Japanese contingent is being represented by soldiers of the 34th Infantry Regiment, and the Indian Army contingent is represented by a battalion of the Rajputana Rifles. The objective of this exercise is to enhance military cooperation and to strengthen joint capabilities for conducting joint campaigns in semi-urban environments under Chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter. This exercise will focus on high-level physical fitness, joint planning, joint military exercises, and specialized weapon skills. A meeting of the World Trade Organization was held in Abu Dhabi. It expressed serious concern over the increasing use of trade protectionist measures by some countries in the name of environmental protection. Several decisions related to 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢, that is Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, were taken during the meeting. It was stated that from January 1, 2026, a selected range of imports into the European Union will be subject to 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐴M, ranging from 20 to 35%. Approximately 26.6% of India's exports of iron ore pellets, iron, steel, and aluminium products go to the European Union, and these products will be affected by 𝐃𝐵𝐴M. The WTO is an international organization that regulates trade rules among countries. Its headquarters are located in Geneva, Switzerland. The war between Israel and Hamas is taking a new turn. Both sides are moving toward a new agreement that would provide for the release of some of the roughly 130 hostages held in the Gaza Strip in exchange for a week-long pause in fighting. In return, Hamas has agreed to release 40 prisoners. According to media reports, Israel will allow displaced Palestinians to return to some areas of northern Gaza. The Israel-Hamas conflict, which began last October, is ongoing, and neither side has shown any sign of reaching a truce. So that's all for the day. See you in the next episode. But before that, let's note down a question based on today's story. NATO expansion can put world peace into peril. Critically analyze. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.